Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4, I believe, of the Carolina Storm rebuild. So, first off, we got right into the game. I guess I should explain while this is all happening what happened to the last game. The first inning. I think what had happened was that I had the video recorded on a separate game capture file, and I always delete mine after I transfer them over, and I didn't realize that the first inning wasn't attached to the rest of the gameplay, so it must have got deleted. Sorry, English is hard, but yeah. So we're missing the first inning. All you can see is that our new acquired star pitcher got off to a rough start. So if you would like to play a little game, you could put in the comments who you think that first pitcher is before you get to the point. If you guess it right, then I'm gonna just assume you cheated. I'm not gonna lie to you. Although, although you may not have, and you can try to convince me. That's up to you. But anyways, I guess back to the game. I think we are currently in early June. And I think this game will cover 2 games in June, and then we'll hit the draft early July. So our first inning, we got someone on base but didn't show anything special. So this is our new acquired pitcher, Shane Bieber, the ace. He was on the trade block, and I gave up a decent amount. So I can't tell you exactly what it is. I tried to make it a fair trade. It was 2 8 potential players and 1 serviceable reliever or something like that. I tried to make it a fair give because I didn't want to just I want this to be a little realistic, and I don't want it to be a bunch of how do you say, cheap trades to make your team to the top fast. I want to actually have a rebuild process. So I guess back to the game. We're trying to see how many strikeouts we can get for Bieber in his first outing for us, and that's 3 strikeouts at the top of the third. I mean bottom of the third, but I must say I actually like his pitch selection. He's got, I think it's 5 pitches. He got a 4-seam, a cutter. I think he has a slider, and I cannot remember the rest right now. So yeah, you just have to. We'll see when they come up eventually. But here we are. We have Trey Mancini up to bat, who's been pretty productive for us, making me regret not trading him. He sends one to the outfield for a home run to tie up the game at the top of the 4th. It's funny, I just realized we're playing John Means. This is where we sent him to a couple, in the first episode. Sent him out to Seattle, and we got to him early. Got the home run from Trey Mancini, his old teammate. But we still don't want him back, so I really don't care how he does. Being honest. And oh wow, as you can see, Austin Hayes is going deep, 388 feet to center field. John Means is getting punished right now. Love to see it. And the all-black unis that he has never seen before. He's never seen our home park that's now in Charleston, South Carolina. Please, I always forget. Sorry. In the Carolinas is what I'll say. We have Santander hitting a fly ball out to right field to end the middle of the 4th. And now we have Shane Bieber's attempt to continue his great start by not allowing another run, going 3 scoreless innings. I think that was his, I want to say 5th strikeout. 5th or 6th, or maybe it was 4th or 6th strikeout. I'm not sure. Regardless, he's having a great opening so far outside of that messy first inning that y'all don't get to see anyways. And here we go, Pedro Severino. As much as I want to get rid of him, he continues to get on base. I'm ready to call off Rutschman, but he is fighting him off as much as he can. Honestly, I don't think I'll be able to get Rutschman up until until September call-ups, because right now he's been doing fine. And as y'all saw, that was Shane Bieber's 6th strikeout, so that means earlier was his 5th, which means my guess was correct. You're welcome. Alright, Cedric Mullins hits with, is that what I think it is?
Oh, baby, a triple!
Yes,
oh, yeah!
Yes, it is. A triple. Hope you like that sound effect. Kind of pause for it, you know, try my best to make sure y'all can hear the memes. And we fly out with Austin Hayes, but honestly, I can't be mad at him. He's hit a home run. We got 3 runs to 1, so it's a good game for us so far. Shane Bieber hasn't disappointed. 85 pitches at the top of the 6th, but is that strikeout number 7 for him? So it's a very productive inning. He's trying to show that cake right there. Watch your eyes, kids. And I've been trying to look at see what that image is in the middle of their gloves, and I can never tell. I thought it was a logo. I can clearly tell it's not the logo, but I don't know what it is. And it seems like the Seattle Mariners really scrapped their team. Like they have this guy, this Trout guy, it's not Trout, but I think it's a Jared Trout. I don't know who he is. It must have been drafted, but who wasn't bad. There's an Guion guy, second baseman, who wasn't that bad. They have Alec Bohm. Like they have a bunch of new people. And wow. I actually forgot the meme thing was there. I was really wowing because the Santander with a line shot out to right field, I believe it is, for a single. Got him on base. And sadly, we ground out into a double play. And you hate to see it, honestly. See, this is kind of why I focus on speed. I want some more speed on this team because we don't have enough. Like, and all our speed guys aren't actually that fast. It's like 70 to 80. Mark Frank coming with that 88, doing well in the minors. Like, I can't wait to bring him up. I think he's gonna open up next year because I don't think he's on the 40-man, so I can't bring him up September call-ups. So I'm gonna just wait. I mean, because we're not making the playoffs. There's no real rush for him to come up. And wow, straight down the middle, Nicky Lopez sends one. Rafael Montero is getting lit up. That's, what is that, 3 hits in a row, bases loaded. Oh, never mind, I sent him home. Yep, he made it home. I believe that was Austin Hayes. And Cedric Mullins strikes out looking. Now, Shane Bieber's still in the game with 96 pitches thrown in the 7th, but he is not shown to be wary at all as he continues with strikeout number 9. Like he's a lot of pitches in, but he's pitching better. Like he settled in after that rocky first inning and has been kind of perfect since. Very few people on base and no one even close to really scoring. I'm very pleased with this Shane Bieber trade. It took a lot from us, but I mean, if this is the type of production we're going to get from you, I'm not mad whatsoever. So we're up to bat again at the top of the 8th. We have Andrew Vaughn sending one to the left field, just right through the center. What is that? Shortstop, third baseman gap, and then we have a line out to center right field, and it is going to be a.
Oh, baby, it's.
No. We are thrown out at third, and we get the run in, so it's currently 5-1. And as you can see, Anthony Santander sends one out to the outfield wall, but he does not clear it, so we are into 2 with a standing double. Then we get a lucky on the line single. I could have probably stretched it to double, but it wasn't worth the risk since we have 2 outs. Now we have Pat Valaika coming up. He's 1 for 3 for the day. And he sends one to left field out to the corner. The dude does a full gainer. And we have another run. That is now 7-1. Seattle is now reeling and just wants to get out the game because obviously their fans are going to be pretty upset with them. They bring in Chasen Shreve to get out the 8th. Which I don't know how much help it'll be. The damage is already done, but I guess they just want to get out the inning really bad. I was contemplating just getting out for their health because obviously they couldn't do it themselves and get us out themselves. So that's the 8th for us, and we are going on to the bottom of the 8th for Shane Bieber to hopefully collect more strikeouts and prove that he is our ace of the future. Yep, what do you say? Is strikeout number 11. Dom T. Williams up to bat, 0 for 2 on the day. And guess what we got for him? Another strikeout. And I think that was 3 strikeouts for him for the day. For Dom T. specifically. And this inning was just perfect. 3 straight strikeouts. I think he's going for a career high in strikeouts here. And we got Trey Mancini sending one deep. I think that's his second bomb of the day. He had him a great day. See, I was supposed to trade Trey Mancini, but he has been showing why he should stay on the team. Trey Mancini and Pedro Severino said they must stay. And honestly, I don't want Pedro to stay. I don't care if Mancini stays simply because I don't have a solid first base prospect that I want to keep. Like, definitely want to keep. Andrew Vaughn is a monster against lefties and flies out to right field, but he just doesn't have any stats versus righties, so I don't really know what to do with him. I just keep them both and let him DH against righties, but that's all we got for him. Shane Bieber with his 14th strikeout against, I think it's Nick Goody, but I don't know. The name was there earlier. Just scroll back in the video if you want to see. Ozzie Guillen, yeah. Sends a blooper to middle, well, what is that, center right field for a double. He doesn't want to test the arm to go to take the triple because he doesn't want to be thrown out, which I can't be mad at. And Jared Walsh sends one to right field. Can we get him? As you can see, Santander has a hose and stopped testing my mess. So now they are 1 out away from being sent home, and we get the ground out from, I believe that was J.P. Crawford, but I cannot remember. Anyways, that is the ball game. Shane Bieber goes the complete game with only 1 run allowed in the first inning. That is just what we wanted for our debut with Shane Bieber. The trade was definitely worth it. And the reason why he was on the trade block, he had like a 5 ERA when we picked him up. This game moved him all the way down to like a 3, what is it? Oh, it's 4.2. There you go. Because he was doing horrible this year. So now we are just going to sim. I believe where we sim to the game we play is the first game against the Mets. And as you can see, we're doing okay. We're about hanging around 500. Which is kind of not what I want to do. I kind of want to lose, but I mean, if they want to win, they're ready to win, and I can't blame them. So now we are currently above 500, going against the Mets. It is Shane Bieber, luck of the draw again. 2 starts by Shane, going up against Jacob deGrom, which is the best pitcher in all of Major League Baseball. Currently, we have a better record than the Mets, though, which is a very good thing. And we see Shane Bieber with the 0-2 record, living up to real life form, 0-2 record on a great ERA because he gets no run support. Jacob deGrom walks, I think that was Cedric Mullen. And we have Trey Mancini sending one out. And guess what? Flies out to Brandon Nimmo out in center field, I believe. And now we have Shane Bieber up to match. There is his stats, 5-2 record, with one of those wins directly for us, with 3.18 ERA. So his ERA has been falling since he's came here. I guess he likes it out in the Carolinas. So, and they picked up Trevor Story, who gets a shot out to right field, and that's a double for Trevor Story. Which it looks like the Mets have a great team. I don't see why they don't have a better record than they do. They picked up Randy Arozarena. They have pretty much everybody they used to have. That's the first strikeout for Shane Bieber, of course. But they have everybody they used to have, and they added Trevor Story and Randy Arozarena. So I can't understand why they're doing as bad as they are. But all I can see is deGrom on their pitching staff. Maybe they lost some pitchers. But I think Syndergaard actually signed somewhere else, so their deuce is gone. Maybe that's the reason they have some bad pitching rotation. Maybe because their lineup's kind of nasty. All right, and as you can see, I'm showing you a lot of our misses because deGrom was just dealing against us. We got shots occasionally, but never with the power hitters, so they just kept lining out. So this game was I can tell you right now, it was just a pitcher's game. We were striking his people out, and he was striking us out. And we were just both trying to see who's going to blink first and give up the first run. Shane Bieber's doing everything he can to make sure it's not himself, though, as he strikes out J.D. Davis. Lindor is up to bat, and he swings at the cutter and misses, and we send him back to grab some pie. So we get a little, we reach for a slider with Austin Wins, and as you can see, there was a result there. Shane Bieber even tries to get a hit to help himself, and it still doesn't matter. Nothing is finding gaps. It is straight, just line outs, fly outs, and strikeouts. We really haven't even hit any ground balls, although it wouldn't matter because our team's not fast. But there's another out. And guess what? Another out to JD Davis. He's through 4 without letting anyone score. Well, I don't think without letting anyone get a hit. DeGrom's having an amazing start. Because at least the Mets have gotten on base by this point. All right, can we get Pete Alonso out? Those are the guys you're afraid of. But misses a call. Perfect cutter that gets called as a ball and gets him on base. But it doesn't matter because the guy after him grounds out. Santander sends up a pop-up to, well, I guess that's the infield, but right on the outfield. It doesn't really matter. It's still an out. Jahmai Jones, he had some decent speed, but can't beat it out from JD. He was sending a lot of stuff from him, going straight to the JD Davis and ground out. Michael Conforto strikes out. Shane Bieber picks up strikeout number 6. So this game here, we're through 5. Very minimal offense. But if you like pitching, gosh, you're getting plenty of that. A bunch of strikeouts. Lindor sat down for strikeout number 7 for Bieber. And, ooh, it looks like another line shot. I don't know who hit it, but Santander has to try to beat him to second, and we cannot do it. So they have someone on 2, but 1 out remaining. And DeGrom lines out. And that's how the 5th comes to a close. So they're like, I know both pitching staffs are happy with their performances so far, but all we're doing is, that last inning was pathetic by us. It was just a bunch of strikeouts, which I showed you in them clips there. It was just like, DeGrom's been unhittable. Normally I do pretty well off DeGrom, but today he was trying to show me that we're still the Orioles in his mind. But Shane Bieber is doing what he can to say the storm is different. Alrighty, Pete Alonso strikes out on a horrible pitch, but I mean, that's Pete for you. I mean, he doesn't have the best vision. Or discipline, I should say. Nicky Lopez flies out to Randy Arozarena in left field. We get a good hit. Like, it's just, as you can see, offense is just having a miserable day. We can't get anything to land. And oh my God, right here is when I thought JD Davis cracked us for the first run of the game. But he doesn't, and proceeds to strike out looking at a high fastball instead of trying to swing again, and that makes 10 strikeouts for Shane Bieber. I didn't see who it was, but somebody lined out or flew out to center field. Cedric Mullins puts it away to end the 7th. And now Santander gets under one, but not enough power, and sends it out to right field. Pat Valaika thought that one was going to gap JD Davis, makes the Jeter play to send it to make him out. And you ain't got to worry about Francisco Lindor. Nothing's getting through their infield, I should say, because it's a great defensive plays with a middle infield. And I believe that was Brandon Nimmo that cracked a perfect hit that did not leave. So we've been hit twice, just wasn't really punished for it, which is all I can ask for. And so DeGrom gets on base because he's trying to do his part. And now we try to see, we're stretching Shane Bieber. It's 132 pitches. He's done all he can. We're trying to see if he can get through this 8th inning, but ooh, I don't want to get punished. And we end his day with a dozen strikeouts as Arozarena reaches for the high fastball. Austin wins. It's our 9th inning, so we're doing what we can to put on. We don't want to go to extra innings because we know our pitchers aren't cut out for this. So we're doing what we can so we don't have to call in a reliever outside of Kendall Graveman, but that's a ground out. Right there, Austin wins. Not even close. He's 15 speed, so like unless he fly like a looper, he's not getting on base. So we call in DJ Stewart to replace Shane Bieber, and boy, oh boy, let's see how this pitch works for him. 3-2 count. Fastball down the middle. DJ Stewart, pinch hitter, comes in to give us a 1-0 lead and to end Jacob deGrom's no-hitter. What a day for that man. He had a great day pitching, and The pinch hitter, first look at him, takes him to a 3-2 count, makes him pitch a lot of pitches, and then sends him home. 408, 108 miles per hour off the bat. Just an impressive shot, because that DJ Stewart really, that was my first time hitting with him in this, because I don't ever really be using pinch hitters like that. So that's what brings DeGrom's day to a close. He was very effective, just had one mistake pitch to the wrong guy. So we're up 1-0. We have Ken Krub up to bat. And I'm showing these complete ninth innings because this game was a defensive game, and the end is important because this game is close. As you can see, Ken Grubb has a 779 OPS, so slightly above average. Not mad at it. 272 batting average, but he only hits against righties, I think. So him going against the lefty is not the scenario he wants as he strikes out to Aaron Luke. They recap DeGrom's stats, who had a great day. Only gave up one hit, but that one hit costed the game. This is just like what we talk about when we talk about DeGrom's games. He be having great pitching performances, makes a mistake or two, and just the offense gives him no support. So that's the end of the ninth. The top of the ninth comes to a close with a ground out to Francisco Lindor by Nicky Lopez. But we're recapping all the damage DJ Stewart did to the Mets at their home field. We bring on Kendall Graveman to see if he can close the deal for us. He's been very effective for us up to this point. And you've got to go through the meat of the lineup. I think it's Brandon Nimmo, Pete Alonso, and Michael Conforto maybe? But we get Brandon Nimmo with the swinging bunt, and Graveman tags him for the first out. We recap Shane Bieber's performance: 4 hits in 8 innings, but no earned runs, 12 Ks, and 136 pitches. God, his stamina was great for us today. Pitching is on Hall of Fame, by the way, as well, so he earned that. And so here comes Pete Alonso, hitless for the day. Graveman, great pitch to make him ground out to our our first baseman, Ken Grubb. J.D. Davis comes in the 5-hole. Kendall Graveman can end the game right here with this high fastball. Nope, and he is fouled off. J.D. says he is not going home on that. And remember, I think it was the 6th or 7th inning where J.D. almost took us home. So we're trying to avoid that, but I mean, we get him with a curveball, a pretty high curveball, I must add, that falls just outside the zone, and he strikes out. So we get the win 1-0, which means we advance to, I believe it's 24-22. So it's a great day for Orioles fans, as they're showing this young team now has some promise with just the new ace and the rest of the rotation being kind of crappy. But we got a new ace and a new closer. And we're coming to brand new days. And so we get out to sum the rest of the day and hurry up and go to the draft. We lose 2 after that, and we're now back to 500, 24-24. And now we take another loss, but we get this draft started. William Yang goes first, so that makes our decision simple. Mauricio Jimenez is our pick. Got us a shortstop. Now I know we have Noel Marte, but Mauricio Jimenez was just too good of a prospect to miss on. I mean, he's going to be 65 overall, 80 potential. It's just what we need. And he's fast, so very defensive. So I'm not sure which one we're going to move to second base. It may be Noelvi. It may be Mauricio, but I'm not 100% sure at the time. So we take that as our first pick. In the second round, I don't remember, well, the competitive balance round A, I should say. I don't remember who we take here, but y'all see it just like I am, and because this is a voiceover, I like the system a little better. I should have informed y'all on that. Live commentaries was a little hard on the cuts, which is why last episode I don't think was the best quality, but bear with me. I appreciate y'all rocking with me this far. So Daryl Gaspar, I don't even know why I clicked on it. It's another shortstop, and he wasn't good at all. Joey Connor, decent, but I don't think I need a center. Well, I just didn't like that he didn't have speed. I think that's what it was for him. I'm trying to find a pitcher because that's really what we need. We find Robert Kearney. I don't think we go with him here. And we're still looking for a pitcher. We took Dennis Bradshaw. Didn't even look at his stats really, but a relief pitcher is what we need. So we just guessed on him, and we'll see how the results turn out. We're still looking at this center field. He does have speed. I don't remember why I don't take him, but I do not. I just remember I did not take him. So, or did I? No, I went to look for a pitcher for this spot. We see Pedro here, but I think he was a little old, so I didn't rock with him. And so we see this Robert Kearney again. And we are just having a hard time making a decision here. I just had a lot of guys. Nobody was fully scouted. This is why I like to manually scout. But we pick Robert Kearney here. You saw his pitches earlier. It's 5-pitch mix. I think he throws pretty hard. And now we're on to the next. What is that? 4th round for us or 3rd round? And we take Damian Baker, just a total guess. I don't know why we drafted another middle infielder, but it's what we did. We need a 3rd and 1st baseman, but we have not found like any in these drafts so far for us. Marco Jimenez, who's gotta be old boy's brother, we take the starting pitcher, and you'll get to see his overall at the end. I don't think I had much scouted about him. Right now, we're just trying to get some pitchers, really, because the outfielders we saw weren't of quality. And we just needed pitchers, honestly. We take DeAndre Bassett here. And I don't think he was good. Don't hold me to it, though. You'll see after. As you can see, we're just trying to end the draft now. No one was scouted, so you're just guessing like everybody else is. And let's go look at our picks. We go see Mauricio Jimenez, 72 overall with an 81 arm, decent speed, 93 potential at 19. Dennis Bradshaw. Like, everybody was just little okay potential. Like, he may be a bench bat, but nothing amazing about this guy. He may be traded. Robert Kearney is okay, 79 overall. Really, Edmund Overstreet was really cool. And we start to go look at these other pitchers that we could have selected. Charles Ackerman was a guy I was thinking about selecting, or maybe he got stolen from me, but he was really good. Who was the other one? What was it? Alvin Pettit. Another shortstop that had massive potential, but he's like a 40, so we don't worry about that potential. We see that 99 shortstop Charles Watson, 59 overall, and he's 23, not going to live up to potential, and he has a noodle lock, so not what I need. Also gotten rid of. I don't know why I pulled him up again. He's just not what I wanted, so yeah, it was gone. And I think we were looking at one other player, Sergio Guerrero, the starting pitcher I was actually looking at for the 2nd round, got stolen from me. Good hits, great hit per 9. 18 years old, like that's a great pitcher. That's an ace of a staff. But we took Mauricio Jimenez, and I'm not mad with our selection there. It got us looks to be a good hitter, decent speed, so can't complain there. We went to stop to see if there was anyone else that we missed in the middle rounds, but I don't think we did. I'm just showing y'all the drafts here, well, some of the teams here, because I didn't know how to feel about my draft. Typically, I draft a little stronger than that, but this draft really didn't look all that strong. William Yang, 67 overall, 92 potential. We looked pretty good, but once again, I do the 70 here. Like, that's able to be used after a year, so I'm not mad at him. And then most of these 90 potential guys are like 50s and 40 overalls, meaning they're never going to be playing until 28. And by that point, I don't want you. And y'all don't want to see that because they'll never be called up. So that's how that came. And how to ignore some of the farm updates. Sorry. You see the pitching staff. We have Grayson Rodriguez, who was supposed to make a start this year, but he got hurt. DL Hall is still doing well in the minors, and our pitching staff, like in the minors, our pitching farm isn't that amazing. But as you can see, Mark Frank is developing that 78 contact versus right. The power is going up, which is what we really need. Decent contact versus lefties. Running's insane. The fielding could use a little work, but it's overall solid. Can't ask for much more. And he's sending 293 with the 878 OPS in the minors. So that's how the video comes to an end, everybody. Thank you for rocking with me. If you like what you saw, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll be working on episode 5 shortly. Y'all have a good one.